Alright guys, welcome to this weekly analysis. We've just started August, okay, so on a Friday there was a non-farm payroll, so there was some more movement in the markets. But as you know, we here at Forcing Traders, we trade purely price action, technical trading, okay, so we're swing traders. And for that reason, we do not rely or even not bother, we're not bothered about the news, okay? And the reason for that is, and I've been talking about that many times, but I'm repeating over and over again because this was one of the main turning points in my trading career, is that often you'll see that even if the certain outcome of the news is positive for let's say for the euro, but the reaction is not necessarily correlated with the number. So that means if the number for the non-farm payroll are positive for the euro dollar, but the euro dollar actually moves to the downside, okay? And that happens quite a few times, I've noticed, and not just for the non-farm payroll, but for also the other news announcements. And once I realized that, okay, so what has news event to do with the daily and weekly price action? Let's say if a price action hits a strong daily or weekly structure, and it creates a very strong candle formation and a very good pattern, most of the time you'll see that the news is following that pattern, okay? Even if the number is against the setup, even if the number, the reaction is against the weekly or daily setup, usually the price will, get back to the track, okay? We'll align with the price action. So the price action on the long run, it leads the movement, okay? It's not the news event, okay? So this is one of the things which really, relieved me actually, because I was firstly paying a lot of attention to the news, but afterwards I saw and I decided that, look, maybe the news are not so relevant for the daily and weekly time frame trading, okay? If you're trading lower time frame, like 4 hourly and 1 hourly time frame, you have to pay attention a little bit on the news, okay? Especially 1 hour and lower, okay? Alright, so guys, let's just get started on a euro dollar on a weekly time frame. So we analyze here on a weekly and daily mostly. Okay, and let's take a look here. So we're on a D swing low, and at the beginning, during the week it looks like it's going to be broken. That the price is going to break this low. But by the end of the week, price rejected and reversed. Reversed back. So there's still, the whole price action, look at these bodies. They're pretty strong. But the current candle is very bullish. Not very bullish, but it's showing signs of a rejection. So if there will be some bullish candle patterns, that means there's a high chance that price will move up to this structure and retest it, and so that we'll hit sort of a consolidation phase, alright? But if the price will slowly continue to drift to the downside, there's a breakout, okay? So it's a good area to look for going long on the lower time frames. But firstly, we need some bullishness. We need more and more bullishness, more confirmation, okay? Okay, for right now, this is just a exhaustion wave, okay? So for euro dollar, that's it, okay? So we are on this low, price is rejecting, and what I'm looking for personally, and what we are looking here at Forcing Traders, is a rejection, more bullishness, okay? More bullishness, okay? Because actually, in fact, look guys, what gives you a valid bullish entry or valid bearish entry, okay? From technical point of view, what's the reason? What needs to be done, okay? Or happen? And the answer is enough reasons, okay? So in technical trading or price action trading, you basically need enough reasons to enter, okay? So you look at the structures, you look at the trend lines, you look at the candle patterns, you look at the multiple areas, multiple criteria, multiple indications, okay? And the more you have it, the more confident you are. And we talk a lot about that in 3-combo strategy course, okay? We talk a lot about that, very specifically how, when, and why, okay? So if you're interested about it, guys, there's a link down in the description, okay? And for the existing members, please just ignore this message, okay? So let's move on, guys, on a USD Yen. USD Yen created a very strong bearish candle pattern, very strong. And this is probably, let's take a look. Yes, this is a non-farm payroll and one day before, okay? What's surprisingly is that, look at that, the 36 was here and some structures here. The price was not touching it exactly, but it's a strong area it's powerful area. Here's a powerful area. Look at that structure, 236 in a very tight area. And price almost reached it like 15 pips above, okay, 20 pips above, okay. But I consider that as a valid area. Unluckily, there was no way to enter because price dropped just too fast, okay. And from entry point of view, right now, I'm not interested about it because what's that? Okay, there's no clarity. What's that? Okay, this is the downtrend. Very nice entries here. Downtrend. Okay, then we hit a consolidation. Now we're breaking it. Okay, so here at Force Swing Traders, we don't trade any kind of a setup like that. Okay, so our job is simply to stay away and be patient. Okay, and I'm talking in each analysis, guys, that if you don't know what's happening on the charts, and I'll be repeating that each analysis. If you don't know what's happening right here, right now, stay away. Find a pair which makes sense to you, which is very clear to you. Okay, this is one of the main reasons why traders fail. Okay, because they simply try to find the setup right here, right now. I don't know. Look, I'm trading since 2012 to 2013. I've been profitable since early 2015, late 2014, it depends on how you look in the context, but I honestly say that I don't know what's going on here. And I'm allowed to. You are allowed to. You have to be honest with yourself, okay? In this case, okay? It's important, very important. Please don't underestimate this, this aspect of the trading, okay? Euro Yen, and you'll see for most pairs, if you have very specific setup, because here 3-combo strategies have one setup, very specific setup, and also wealthy trader program. We trade just one specific highly profitable setup. And look, this setup doesn't occur like every day. Okay, we get like 1, 2 trades, 4 trades, 3 trades per week, or even per month. Okay, and for that reason, we are experts in mastering one setup, okay? And this is our, that gives us an edge, okay? Because if you trade like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 setups, you're very confused what to look, what not to look, okay? So, this is one of the things which really helped me, dramatically improve as a trader, to trade just one setup, okay? One setup, okay? And maybe after a year, 2, 3 years, of consistently making constant results with that one setup, you can add up a new one, okay? But the issue is that traders get bored or want results too fast or very rapidly, so they trade one setup like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, okay? And then add up a new one, okay? Trading is actually, how to become profitable is very easy actually, okay? It doesn't have to take years, okay? At first I thought it has to take years to be profitable. But if you have a proper way, if you have a structured way, if somebody who is really profitable and who can prove you that, okay? If he can show you his results and he helps you and show you how he's trading, okay? Then you can become profitable if you follow that, okay, and make your adjustments, of course. If you follow that, you can become profitable within a few months, okay? But if you would ask me that 1 year ago, I would say this is not possible, okay? But it is possible, okay? Of course, you always make adjustments to yourself, but if someone has walked the path, made tons of mistakes, like I've done, and put all the knowledge, for example, in 3-combo course and Wealthy Trader program, this is all like 6-7 years of pure knowledge combined into 10-12 hours long courses, which you can then extract out of it the most completely, okay? And I mean, if I would have a mentor back then in my early days, it would save me years of mistakes, okay? And ups and downs, of course, okay? There was ups and downs, okay? But the reason why I hadn't, for example, I mean, this is becoming more personal, but the reason why I didn't have a mentor is because I couldn't find a mentor online with a verified MyFixBook account, okay? So whenever I approached to any kind of a trader who was saying that he has a mentor, and said to him, look, can you show me at least like half a year or year and a half of your track record of your performance, actually not by the your screenshots, or you know, when this is very common that people have screenshots on their phones of the MetaTrader and they're showing these blue numbers, or any kind of a PDFs. This can be easily faked, okay? But if you have a MyFixBook verified performance, MyFixBook is basically a third-party website where you link your MT4, where you link your FX trade account or any kind of a platform. You link to them, and it basically transfer the data, okay, the performance from your account to that website, and you simply share the link. And this link is, if you check the links below on the 3-combo or the Wealthy Trader program, you'll see that there's a link to the strategy. I mean, the trading performance on each for each strategy. Okay, and this is what I was looking for. But because I couldn't find it, I consciously decided that I'll go on my own path, and that when I'll become profitable for a certain period of time, that I'll start teaching others. Okay, and when I started the YouTube channel, it was early 2016. Okay, for example, I'll be brutally honest with you guys. Okay, so in early 2015, I was profitable for the whole year. Okay, and then I hit a period in 2016 for like 3-4 months when I was really struggling. Okay, and then I decided to create I know it's out of the context, but I know that then I started a YouTube channel, and then I slowly become more profitable and I came back. Okay, I came back, and since then I've been hitting results consistently. Okay, and the reason for that, why I think, why I was becoming more and more profitable after that 3-4 months pause, is because I was sincerely sharing my thought process. I was sincerely sharing what is happening within me. Okay, with the YouTube, with the YouTube community, and also with the colleagues around me. Okay, I went out of these traders, I am the trader zone. Okay, or I'm the trader, to be proudly trader, to more sincere, to more transparent. Okay, and anyway, guys, this is just one. I just explained my story shortly to you. I know if it's not relevant or interesting to you, just keep that part, okay? But let's just continue with the euro yen. But to be honest with you, I'm very happy to share this kind of a process, okay? So what's important, guys, is that the reason why I was talking about it is that you really decide what you want out of the trading, okay? And I've been thinking, like just a few hours ago, what I should tell you. And the message is the following, okay? Many traders are trying to optimize and speed up the process of their trading very fast, okay? For example, if a trader is making like 2% per month, okay, they want like 3% next month, or it's it's a lot of greed behind. Even if you're not aware, over optimizing and over analyzing and overdoing in trading is the root cause, or the root of it is greed. Okay? But most traders, and please listen carefully, most traders try to, I don't know the English in the word, but English word, but they try to apologize their desire. Please listen carefully. They want to most of traders want to apologize their how to say? They want to apologize their desire to improve, okay, with overanalyzing, with constantly trying to find new things, how to be a better trader. But what I found is that this is just apologizing their greed with some rational thing, like, okay, yeah, it's important to be better, it's important to our something like that, okay? It's very subtle, okay? And this is mostly shown and resulting in percentages, in the pips, okay? But once I realized, okay, for example, if I make like just 0.5% profit this month, okay, and 0.5% next month, and then maybe 0.7% the next month, and then 1% next month, and then maybe 1% negative next month. Okay, there's some consistency, okay? And try to be in that. Try to, it's a very subtle, but what I want to tell you is that you have to be okay with your current results. The desire for more, the desire to improve is often greed, okay? I know it sounds very counterintuitive or very uncommon, but in trading, it's very hard to skip something. Trading is very like a slow process. Slow process. It's like a continuous process. It's like a life, okay? And what I want you to pay attention is, what I want you to do is that you are, for at least 1 month, even if it is a winning month or losing month, try to be okay with the result, okay? If you make 1%, if your monthly goal is 2%, try to be okay with 1%. And you'll see a tremendous relief, guys. Okay, I'm going very into details right now, but I think it is important also to talk about these things, okay? These are not just like, okay, structure here, do that. No, it's much more, because trading, in fact, is much more than technical trading, okay? So try to be okay with the result. If you make minus 2% this month, or if you have lost in August, try to be okay with that losing month. I know it's hard, but try to be okay. Okay, I've done this. Good. But I'm moving forward. Okay? Don't try to self-improve immediately. Don't try to, I know it's very hard to accept that, but don't try to be, because whenever you try to self-improve out of fear or out of desire to improve, to more, it's not rational, it's irrational, okay? Because whenever you want to improve like very fast, okay, let's just add up a new setup so I'll make more profit. This is not rational. This is, this is very, okay? So, it's very important. I know I'm going very philosophical in this case, but it is important, guys. It is really important, okay? Because often traders, out of self-improvement, quote-unquote self-improvement, there's a self-criticism behind, okay? There is a pressure, inner pressure, putting inner pressure on himself, herself, or from the others, okay? So try to be okay with your trading results, no matter what they are. Just make sure that if you're losing consistently, just make sure you are losing in a certain limit, so that you understand how much you're going to lose maximum for the certain month. Okay, let's say I mean maximum loss I'm going to accept is 3% total on a certain month. Okay, so you have to understand how much to position your sizes, what's your stop loss, so that, for example, if you lose like 10, 15 trades in a row, that you hit 3% maximum loss. This is how you prevent to have a major losses. Okay, so with all that, guys, and with about all that, we talk really a lot, especially in the Wealthy Trader program. But for the basic and fundamental, from basic to advanced technical trader, if you really want to master the technical trading, price action trading, swing trading, the 3 combo strategy is really a good start. Okay, and if you will like that, then you can upgrade to the Wealthy Trader program, where we really talk about the abundance and how to really become wealthy, how to just and tweak your life, your family life, how to eat, how to see. It's really profound how to become a really wealthy trader. Okay, and the second part of the Wealthy Trader program, we have a daily scalper strategy. It's basically we scalp based on a daily time frame. Okay, it's a very profound technique, one setup strategy. And with this kind of a strategy, guys, I haven't lost any trading month, okay, so far. Okay, that doesn't mean it will be forever, but for now, since the early 2015, I'm trading that there hasn't been a losing month. Okay, so that's been, that's it so far. Guys, let's move on the analysis. All right, let's move on a Euro Yen. I know we've been talking about for quite long, so this will be a long analysis, guys. Okay, so I'll do my best to just go purely through the pairs right now in the fast manner. If there'll be something, great. If there will not be, if there will be nothing, also great. Okay, so Euro Yen, a very strong bearish candle pattern right on these lows, a strong push just to these lows, but from current price action, I'm sensing still a lot of bearishness, a lot of bearish power. So what I'm personally not interested into buying, even if this is the ultimate low, I am not interested into buying because there's too much selling pressure. So on a daily there's nothing, on a weekly there's nothing. I know some of you here were shorting here, or on a daily time frame you were shorting around this area. And congratulations to all the 3 combo traders who traded that. Okay, and you can see how the trend, even if it looks like it's going to break, still trend wins. Okay, trend on the long runs, they win. Okay, for example, if you lose like 6-7 trades in a row and you have two, 3 trades where the trend is riding like that, you can make tons of profit just by these 2-3 trades. Okay, and this is the huge benefit of the 3 combo, because we rely on the risk reward, we don't rely on anything else. Okay, Aussie dollar, just a bearish candle on a weekly approaching this low. Let's take a look. Yes, this is actually the ultimate low, guys. Look at that. Okay, but from the respect of the 36, look at that, 36, 36, 36. And we were talking about in the 2 weeks ago that this might be a rejected area, and hopefully some of you have entered here. From what I'm seeing here, I think that we might get a breakout, or at least very huge dip, and then, okay, but it looks like it's going to be a continuation of the trend, because the respect is so nice, the trend is still nice. Okay, so if you have shorted here, great, guys. If not, just stay away. Okay, and you have to understand, even if these analyses are public, I'm making this analysis for the 3 combo traders. So when you join, you basically get this kind of analysis for the 2 years back each week. Okay, so you have a lot of material. It's like 70 plus weekly analysis like this in the past, which can be a strong learning curve. Okay, and you can also verify how our decisions were verified or were successful or not successful. Okay. Pound dollar, a strong candle pattern on a weekly time frame approaching these lows. Right here, what I don't like about here is that this structure is very wide. Okay, so we normally go on a lower time frame and see where the area of this structure is the most significant. And I would say that this is the area. Okay, like that. This is the zone. Look at these touches here, here, and some here as well. Okay, so this is the area. So price definitely hit an area of the support. What I don't like is, and you can see I'm not talking about, okay, I'll buy here, I'll sell here. I'm saying most of the time, okay, I like this, I don't like this. I like this, I don't like this. I'm looking for as many reasons as possible to buy or to sell. Okay, so I'm focused on the reasons. I'm not focused on the buying or selling. It is very important. This is very important. If you're focused on entering a trade, you're going to enter all over the place. But if you're interested and focused on finding the reasons, the criteria, the indications, then this is something which is a true base for actually entering a trade. Okay, so I like that this setup is on the good area, on the support. But what I don't like is this bearish movement. This is a strong bearish movement penetrating this structure. And usually it happens that price drift a little bit afterwards. So what I'm looking for is some exhaustion. So exhaustion, some divergence here, okay? And we also talk about very deeply about the divergence in the three combo strategy, okay? So how to use it to maximize the profits, okay? Because it really increases the win ratio, okay? So for this example, I'm not interested into buying yet. Maybe for the three combo traders, you guys who are trading on the lower time frames, let's take a look for you, okay? Personally, I would wait for breakout of these highs in the 36 and then trade with our setup, okay? But be aware, okay? Be aware because price is penetrating this area very deeply. So I would personally, I am waiting for the weekly bullish candle pattern, not for the daily, okay? This saves me a lot of times, okay? One of the secrets, okay? Here's this wish, a bearish candle in the middle of nowhere. What's that? On a weekly was not clear. On a daily, it's very obvious, okay? We've got a nice trend line here, okay? And we've got a very nice structure here, okay? So the next area, if you haven't shorted here on this candle, the next area for me personally is waiting for price to retest these lows and then to look for buying. How we buy in these areas, we cover in the three combo, guys, okay? In the course itself. Okay? So three combo traders, you know how to do it. You go on a lower time frame and find a setup to go long after the breakouts. Specifically, okay? Aussie, New Zealand. Just a small doji candle on a weekly candle time frame. On a daily, price is just drifting, okay? Still the downtrend is holding, the 36 is here, but nothing much, okay? Probably some setups. No, it's pure mess. Look at that on a 4-leg. What's that? Okay, what's that? What's that? It's really a mess, okay? So we just avoid it. Okay, Canadian. Wonderful, guys. If you remember from the few weeks ago, on this weekly analysis and this weekly analysis, we were talking about shorting right here, okay? Just shorting on these candle patterns. The reason, it's nice trend line, nice 36 respect, and that's it, and nice candle patterns, and that's it, okay? And as you can see, price just dropped, okay? And the first take profit is in this area, a little bit higher, So for some of you, the take profit should be already hit. For some of you, not. But definitely price will drift a little bit lower. So I personally think that there is no fear of not being first take profit not being hit. But be aware, this is a strong structure here, here, and here. So what I usually recommend is that you split that trade into at least 2 parts, or 3. It depends on your trading style, but it usually is recommended, okay, but it really depends on your style. I can help you with that. If you have a question, if you basically want to, if you need some guidance through combat traders, or the traders you're trading with a wealthy trader program, if you need some guidance how to remodify or reshape the existing systems, strategies I'm offering to your style, to your way of trading, okay? If you need some guidance, write me an email, okay? Write me an email or write it in the community. Write it in the comments, okay? So, very good. So, this was an entry. I mean, the beauty of trading of the higher time frames is that we've set an orders on a weekly time frame, and then we simply wait. You didn't have to do anything. So in terms of entering a trade right now, there's nothing to do. There's really nothing to do. New Zealand cat, a strong bearish candle on a weekly, rejecting the 36 once again. Very powerful. Okay. I mean, yeah, okay, so here's the support, but look at that, guys. Very bearish movement. I'm personally not interested into buying. Unless through combat traders, if you feel like this is going to be a reversal area, okay, wait for this, okay, wait for this break. And you know the setup we're trading for, okay? But firstly, wait for some daily candle patterns here on this support, okay? Okay. Pan New Zealand. And for everybody who is still watching this video, guys, let me know whether you like this kind of a tutorial technical analysis. Okay, I'm really curious what are you thinking, okay? I think it provides a lot of value that I share inner insights about the trading, and not just about technical, but also psychology and mindset aspect. But let me know whether you prefer the mixture of the technical analysis and the tutorial, or you would like to have purely technical analysis. Okay, but it's hard to have just a purely technical. Okay, it's always more than that. Pan New Zealand, a huge rejection candle. Let me know down in the comments, okay? Rejection candle. What I don't like is, I like this rejection candle, but I don't like the location. I would really love that this happens lower, all that lower. The reason for that is because we need to have often if the structure like this is not penetrated well, it was just penetrated a little bit. What means penetrated well means that price went into this zone a little higher and then reject, okay? And often it happens if the structure, if the price action penetrates a little bit, there's a higher chance that price will then, and for example, if you buy, the price will move down lower and then reverse. Okay, this is how often amateur and retail traders are stopped out, okay, because they don't know the law of the strong penetration as a criteria, okay. This is one of the advanced methods, guys, okay. On a daily time frame, on a daily time frame, there's no, it's a very interesting setup, guys. Here's the trend line, okay, and here's the supportive trend line. So in order to buy, we of course need to get break of this trend line. Price needs to get through it, okay. but still the support is down there. So I would be very careful, true combo traders, about buying this. Okay, firstly, price, I would like to see price move down and then break out to the upside for buying. Okay, but for selling also it's too late because price already had the structure, and if we would sell, yes, there's 300-400 pips to the downside, but the major movement has already happened and the support was already hit, so we're not buying on the support. Okay, so here for swing traders, we actually define what needs to happen in price action in order that we enter. So we're the boss. We say what needs to happen. Okay, this is very, very much different methodology than a lot of traders are trading. Okay, we are not reacting on the price action. We are actually, I would say, commanding the price action, and then if what needs to be done in order to enter trade, and if the price action then does that, then we enter. Okay, so it's like we are sending an orders and commands out, and then we are simply waiting if the price action match to our order, and if it matches or command, if it matches to our command, then we enter. It's very different. It's very different that most traders do. Okay, please understand that. It's a very profound thing. Okay, New Zealand Swiss rejected 36 very nicely. Continue to the downside. The next area, if you have entered here, congratulations. If you're not into that, please don't enter. Don't short right now. For anybody interested into that, pay attention to this support. A very strong support on a daily, very tight support. We talk about the advanced way of the structures, how to define them, where they are in the 3 combo strategy course. But pay attention to this area, okay? Pay attention to this area, okay, for long. And don't jump right into it. Wait for the exhaustion. How to enter it? Basically, there will be a strong daily scalper entry. So, not the 3 combo, but the daily scalper. So for anybody who have purchased and joined us with the Wealthy Trader program, the setup will be very soon right here, okay? New Zealand yen. Okay, here are the Wealthy Trader traders. The setup will be also very nearby. You know where's the setup, exact area, exact number. You can get it by the technique we show in the course, okay, in the program, okay. 3 combo traders, you're probably, if you are in, you're probably around, you jumped into it around this area. But for right now, there's no entry. Like, exactly entering right now, okay? New Zealand dollar created a bearish candle pattern, but look, I really don't like this. It's a pretty mess. So what I do when I'm not sure what's happening is I simply draw a weekly structures or zones. They're actually zones, guys. Okay. When the price will reach this area, I'll be interested in shorting. When the price will reach this support, I'm interested in buying. If the price breaks that, I'm interested in selling. If the price breaks this resistance, I'm interested in buying. Okay? It's very black and white. Aussie Swiss continue, just the trend is just continuing, but there is no any touching point. There's no. I cannot rely on any price action in this case. Here's the ultimate support, and it looks just trending is continuing. Okay, so the way to re-enter that is to price to make a retracement back to around this 36 area. Okay, but I would not bother you with that. Okay, Aussie CAD breaking these lows. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Just breaking through that very confidently. Okay. So the way to re-enter that is to wait for the retracement and trade out of this support, become resistance, also some resistance trend line. If you're true combo traders, if you're in from around this area, wonderful. Just keep it up, okay? Just keep it up, trail it, okay? I know some of you have entered it. Congratulations. Very good job. Okay, and you get like this kind of a trades when the daily rides, like you get like 10 trades per year, 10 to 15 trades per year, like these daily setups, which really runs. Okay, it's a powerful thing. Okay, and if you trade just daily, it's wonderful. Okay, you don't have to be in front of the charts like. Not even each day, okay, if you're trading weekly, daily. I really wish that every retail trader would understand that and recognize that the value of the daily and the weekly time frame. Aussie yen just creating a very nice weekly candle patterns, bearish candle patterns. Right on this support, let's take a look on the bigger picture. Okay, that structure, it's right here. Yes, the price is right in that zone, but I'm looking for some more bullishness. Okay, I'm really interested into buying that when the price will show some signs of a bullishness. Okay, but for right now, this is just pushing. Okay, please be aware. It's still a very short. It's very bearish. Price may easily fall down. Okay. Okay. Cat Swiss, just a mess inside of the, a lot of pairs is in the trend, okay, a lot of pairs, okay, but Cat Swiss, for example, is very in consolidation, waiting for the breakout to the upside or to the downside, and the true combo traders, you know how to trade with this kind of entries. Swiss yen, continuing nicely to the downside. We had, I know some of you have entered here. We've had a 3-week pause, and then finally price is moving into our favor. Probably the first take profit you have, guys, around this area. Also, the wealthy trader program traders, the trade should be around this area. Very powerful trades, okay, on a weekly. Euro Aussie. Price is approaching this resistance once again, okay, and it's a very interesting dynamic. It's a trend, but it's consolidation. So we talk about that in the course a lot. These are basically consolidation trends, okay, like that, and it's okay to trade them, but it's a little bit more advanced. The way to trade them is that you basically wait for price to reach this trend line once again, okay. It's not at 36 or anything, but it's at the trend line, okay? Bounces out the trend line. Okay? EuroCat, breaking nicely this support in the 200. Look at that support broken, okay, very nicely. What I'm interested about is I'm looking for price to retrace, and then I'm looking for a short in this area. I want to catch the continuation of the trend. Okay. For the true combo traders, you can trade the break of this trend line up and then with our method. Okay. It's very powerful. But this is counter trend trade, so be aware that there's if you're buying against it, let it be just for around 200 pips. Okay, not more. Euro Swiss continuing to the downside, very much pushing, okay. Nothing much to do right now. If you're from up here, if you're selling it from up here, or maybe up here, wonderful, guys. Just trail, just move stop loss above this swing high, okay. Congratulations for that, okay. Wonderful, wonderful trend setups. Just in the summer. And often people say, oh, in the summer there's a quiet zone. No, it's not quiet zone. During the summer, usually, for the last 3-4 years, during the summer and also the winter in December, there was a lot of good trades. Trends, not consolidation, trends, purely trend setups. Okay, so this is one of the myths. Okay, and the more you're in the trading, the more you disconnect from the online communities, like from this mass, like I'm not going to name them, but the more you are becoming a researcher, the explorer of the trading on your own, or you have a small group like we have here at the Fortune Traders, like we are really focused in one thing, the more you recognize the trading is much different than the online world, and the whole community around the globe is explaining and telling you. It's much different, guys. Okay, there's much more. It's much simpler. There's much more, and it's much simpler. Okay, and the reality is much different about the trading. Okay, and one of the visions of mine is that I really present the trading, the Forex trading specifically, in a much more simple, clear, honest way, transparent way, okay, without nonsense, okay. So here's the candle, here's the good area, you need to get that, boom, that's it, okay. Okay, and if you believe me or not, but I'm not analyzed, and you'll be surprised right now, guys, okay, but I am not analyzing each of my trades and going over. I was doing that, of course, for like quite a long time. But once you master a certain setup, you don't have to go over each setup and do analysis, what's happened, that back testing, that. No, guys. It's much simpler. Okay? And traders around will not tell you that, or at least they're complicating. They're trying to complicate. They think they have to complicate, and with full respect to all the traders, to all the mentors, with deepest respect. But trading can be really simplified. Okay, you just have to understand the root, the foundation of the trading, and you have to have a strong setup, highly profitable setup, and you need to have a clear mind. You need to know what you're doing, why you're trading, and to shape the life around you to support you. Okay, and we cover that into all these courses. Okay, but it's much simpler. Okay, my goal always was to make it simpler, not to complicate, not to add up new things. Look, I had a lot. I've tested more than 500 indicators, okay? And I reversed, okay? I oversimplified it. Guys, okay? I oversimplified it. This was my intention. I went intentionally, consciously I went into that, okay? Because I knew that you cannot execute a complex strategy. I know you can't execute on a daily basis. You can for like few weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, yes. But in a span of like a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10, 15 years, you need to have stuff which is really simple. Like you get in front of the computer and you know what you do. Like it's not like, okay, is that okay? It's not okay. How much you have to be very smooth with that process. Okay? And luckily I was able to see that how I want to trade in the next 10, 15 years. And it was really, I want to trade one setup, very simple. Okay? So that's it, guys. Okay? Euro pound. Let's just delete that, guys. Okay, Euro pound created a very nice candle pattern. And look at that, guys. We were talking about this in the previous week. I'm very glad this happened. Look at this resistance. And we were talking about this shorting this. Look at this exhaustion. Okay, great. But the reason why we haven't entered here is because there was no weekly confirmation candle. There was no bearishness. Look at that, just green candles. Okay? Alright? And price exploded through it. Okay? And the reason for that is because there was no major candle pattern which would indicate, okay, this is a bearish stop. This is a bearish opportunity. Okay? There was a try. Look at that candle. Sellers tried that. But big players said, no, no, no. There's still some bullishness. And created a bullish candle. Okay? And that resulted as a bullish movement, candle breaking that. And also there were some news events probably, just for that. But, okay? But if here would be a very strong bearish candle pattern, even if the news would be very, positive for the euro, the price would definitely, most likely went through that. Move a little higher and then continue to the downside. But what I wanted to tell you is that the price action allowed that this happen. Okay? It's much different than what we were used to. Okay? Thought. Pound Aussie. Weekly. Nice rejection. Here actually we're transitioning from a trending phase to consolidation. Look at that. Price could not break below this low. So that means there's a potential for the consolidation. This is low and this is high, and price is consolidating in between. So this is a phase where we wait for the breakout to the upside or to the downside. But if the price is bouncing in between, we're just waiting. Okay, at least here at Tricombo. At for swing traders. Pound CAD. We're approaching a nice zone, okay, on a weekly, so be aware of that. It's a pretty wide zone, so let's go on a daily to narrow the zone. Okay, the first one is right here. I would consider this the last one. The last swing as a structure. This one is lower. So there are multiple structures in between, and we talk about that in the course, but basically if we have multiple structures, this is the strongest one, okay, and this is the less and less, okay, but based on this price action right here, it's a very profound area. So what I'm interested really about is that price just reach that and see some bullishness, and then Tricombo traders, you can jump into it on a 1 hourly, 4 hourly, and ride and mill the markets for 800,000 pips if the trend changes, okay? If the trend changes, this is a very huge risk reward trade. Very huge risk reward trade. Very huge. Pound Swiss, pushing, just pushing. Is there a monthly setup? Yes, there was a monthly setup. Just pushing. So this is the ultimate low, guys, here. But it's hard to say anything about the pound Swiss right now. It's hard to say. Okay. And here as well. Price is just pushing, okay. Oh, so we have a nice structure here. So wait for price to reach that. Don't try to aggressively sell. You can, but it's the most of the movement has already happened. So be aware, or at least on a lower time frames you can scalp to this support, but this is the support which we're looking for to buy or to break, okay, it doesn't matter, but this is the area of interest, okay. So that's it, guys. I know this was a little bit longer analysis. Again, let me know, guys, if you like this kind of a mixture of the technical analysis and the tutorial, the mindset psychology stuff, okay? Let me know down in the comments below. And once again, if you're interested in joining us, there's a link below this video to join to a Tricombo strategy video course. It's like 86 videos, step-by-step videos, how to, from basics of the trading, technical trading, to really advance way of trading, and we cover I mean, we trade with a one setup, a set, which we really master. So we really become a masters of technical analysis, okay? So that's it, guys. If you have any questions, if you need any kind of a support, help, guidance, or any kind of a mentoring, always let me know. And if you interested more about it, always let me know, okay? So until then, guys, I wish you all the best and take care. Bye-bye.